So today we're going to be talking about bias. Not only bias, but why making the correct decisions in life is obviously the way to go. But you can't make those decisions with bias. That's what I want to touch on here and go a little bit further into things about some things here. Now, if you are biased in your worldview, what you believe in, all this, then you need to admit this. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing good coming out of you holding one singular belief in life. There's nothing, not like I said, nothing good can come out of it. So whether it's science, you believe everything science tells you, you believe everything religion tells you, you believe so much that you believe in a political party, you believe in a nationality, you believe in a, and if you want to believe in, I mean that, you see what I'm saying? It's just it's a cycle that you have to believe in and have faith in to give it any power or authority over you. And then you also have to admit, hey, I'm biased towards this. Like, hey, I'm biased about Christianity. Hey, I'm biased about the Republican Party. Hey, I'm biased about America. I'm biased about Russia. I'm biased about Hinduism. I'm biased about Allah. I'm biased about even cars. Like, people are so biased. It's not even funny. Like, a certain car they like, a certain piece of clothing they like, a certain piece of music, a certain piece of theater, a certain piece of, you see what I'm saying? It's just, I feel that the majority of people, and I'm saying 99% here, I am saying the majority of people are biased towards their own self-beliefs and what they want to believe in. Now, the issue with this is if you question and admit that you're biased towards a certain thing, like let's just say Christianity and science. No, let's just not even use Christianity. Let's just use science and religion as a whole, right? Because we'll get into different religions. But, and a political party. Let's throw them all three in there. Let's throw political party, religion, and science all in here. So if you are saying, I'm pretty much agnostic or atheist, I don't believe in this shit, then you have to right then say, hey, I'm biased towards that because I don't believe in it. And I believe in science because science can prove this, that, and the third. However, you don't realize science only knows a fraction. Only knows a fraction. It's a guessing game with science. And if like I said, most people don't give a fuck about science. Most people run around here acting like they know shit about science, when in all actuality they don't. They don't know a fucking thing about science, because if you took the time and effort to look into science and look into, well, this happened and that happened, and the Big Bang, like the Big Bang is so outlandish, like I've said, that they have tried to change it now and say multiverses inside a black hole simulation. It's just pure insanity, and people will believe it. And I want people to understand and watch how quick your opinion and view on shit can change just by someone pulling you in a direction. Like, let's use Neil deGrasse Tyson for an example. I have seen him go on shows with people and tell them something that he thinks. Now, I want you to realize Neil deGrasse Tyson has changed his outlook quite a few times, and every time people go for it because he is he's a leading whatever. I mean, you're giving him your authority. That's what I'm saying. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Just because he's an astrophysicist, does that mean that he is above you? Does that mean he knows more than you? And some people will say, well, yeah, because he studied it. But again, he's biased towards that. That's what he chose to study. That's what he believes. Do you see what I'm saying here? And just like people with a certain political party, you stick, and this is the funny thing that I don't see how other people can't see. You're given two choices, just like with life. You're given two choices. And then that third one's I don't give a fuck, which is the worst one to have. So you have those two choices, and then you have the independent party right there that is never going to win shit. Let's just be completely honest. And you holding that faith so strong that, this could happen one day. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. You're given your authority and you're showing your bias right then and there. It's what you want to believe. It's your view and what you want to believe. Now, I want you guys to fully, hopefully, comprehend what I'm telling you. And then let's go into the part here about making the right choices in life. And don't overthink shit too much, because now when I was a little kid, I thought that I watched all these movies and I saw other people, and it led me to the conclusion that my life was not that great, even though I had an amazing fucking life growing up. I mean, there was some shit that went down that happened with my dad, with my papa, stuff like that. But compared to other people, I had a pretty good life. But I saw these movies and I saw these TV shows, and I thought that's what life was about, this happy-go-lucky shit. And looking back at it, I mean, I had a fucking happy childhood, but I did not have one thing that I thought I needed more of, and that was money. Money. I want you to realize money is going to be a key thing here with all of this that I'm talking about. Money. So even though we had money, we did not have the money that I felt we should have. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons that I have pretty much threw a few years of my life away chasing money. I want you to fully understand money, okay? Money, money, money. So people, I feel, get brainwashed and threw off track by money. Not everybody cares about money. I'm to the point now to where I could give a fuck less about money. I just care about being comfortable and living a life that I want to live, and living a life that I feel is good for my kids to live. And that life is not just getting handed everything to you. I thought that that's what life was about, getting what you wanted, and it's not getting what you wanted. Life is about making choices, suffering a little bit, because without suffering, you won't know what happiness is. Without misery, you won't know what joy is. Without pain, you won't know what feeling amazing would be like, right? So all these things are a key factor. You have to suffer. You have to feel pain. You have to go through shit, or otherwise you can't get on the other side of that and realize what's in front of you, and that is your perception of what's going on. So if you are in a depressed mind state, or you're in a mind state that is going to paint something in a negative light, put a shadow over something, then obviously it's going to be hell for you. You see what I'm saying? That's what I mean by perception. And if you understand this and realize, man, this was all set up and designed for a purpose, and that purpose is there has to be this so I can feel that, there has to be that so I can feel that, and there has to be this, or I would go fucking insane. You would go insane. You would go crazy if you were in some utopian society where everything was perfect, everything was handed to you, everything was given to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then you could look at this and say, well, maybe this is just something we have to go through to get to somewhere else, aka heaven, or however, or another realm, whatever you want to say. And then we will know suffering and pain and all that shit, and then we will appreciate what we have when we get to that point. And I'm telling you, I do not think so. I think that if when you get to that point, you're going to be bored as fuck, and you're going to want to start this whole shit over again. And I feel like that is why everything is set up the way it is set up. There has to be, again, there was a creator that created all this. It just was not space dust didn't form, Big Bang didn't happen, evolution, we didn't come out of the sea. And in order to fully understand that, you have to do the research on it, okay? Don't just listen to me. Don't just listen to 20 other scientists that want to believe something they want to believe in. Actually go out and do the research. It only takes 10, 15 minutes a day, and in a couple weeks, you will be good. And I feel that if you back science so deeply, you should at least know a little bit about it, a little bit about how insane it is to believe in, okay? And making these right choices and suffering and pain. If you grow up and you're just happy-go-lucky in a cushy little lifestyle, you're not going to advance as a human to know yourself. If you make these wrong choices and you end up on drugs, or you end up fucking around, having wrong friends is a big thing. Negative fucking people, I've been preaching this, is a bad thing to have in your life, because negative people will ruin you. Negative people will destroy you. Okay? So then I want to leave this off with this, okay? You need to start making the right choices, and don't think of it as a selfish ego level of choices like, am I a Democrat or Republican because I believe in this or that? Or, oh, which religion do I want to believe in because this is what best suits me? And, oh, what like which scientific point of view am I going to look at here? Because there's a bunch of them. Which one suits me? That's what most people do. Which one suits me? And again, you have to come back to your being biased. And you are choosing to believe what you want to believe in. Now, I'm going to leave you this. I'm not a religious person at all. I absolutely am not. I do believe in God. I know there is a God. But as far as religion goes, no. I feel it has been misinterpreted, misunderstood, and it has got corrupt beyond corruption. I don't think every person in religion is a bad person. I just think the majority of them are very judgmental, arrogant, egotistical people that don't realize that they are doing what they're against themselves, and they're too biased to admit it. Because then if you admit this, you admit that, hey, I'm doing all this, I have chose this, I have done this, then you have to admit everything up until that point is a bunch of bullshit. Then you have to question it. The only problem is when you question it, it's going to mind fuck you. And then you get to a point where you can't question the question. So ultimately, a question will still be remaining, but you will understand it is what it is. And I just want to leave you with this. Like I said, I'm not a religious person, but there is multiple scriptures and multiple religions that basically essentially say the same thing. And to simplify it for you, it is, if you know yourself, you will know God. Now, what does that mean? Go find out what it means. Talk to you guys later. Hope you have a good rest of your day.